Hi, my name is Callie McGuire, and today I'm going to talk to you about my research I conducted on human resource management functions. So the first question someone might ask is, what is human resource management and why is it important? Well, human resource management is an organization designed to maximize employees' performance in service of an employer's strategic objective. Their primary concern is the management of people and to protect the business from breaking any state and federal rules and regulations. HR is also there to benefit the employees and which work for the organization. So as we go into this, I'm going to talk to you about the 5 human resource function and processes that I feel are very important for a business to have and conduct. So the first one would be hiring process, the second would be training, the third would be employee benefits, the fourth would be employee evaluations, and the fifth would be termination of employees. So in the hiring process, the first thing we needed to do is determine the position that needs filled. So at this point, we would go to management, we talk to them about their position that is open and gather information such as the requirements and the qualifications that are needed in order to fill this position. We would post this position online, either internally or externally, usually online, newspaper, social media, different types of resources that we have in order to get our position out there so people can view it and apply. We will filter through the applications and resumes and find the top candidates in order to start the interview process. So once we pick the top candidates, we'll call them and ask them to come in for an interview. And they will interview first with an HR specialist, and the HR specialist will determine if they are qualified enough to go on to the interview with management. So once they start the interview with management, if they are qualified, management will interview all the candidates and then they will pick their top one that they feel is best fit for the position. And once that is done, we will contact HR, will contact all of the candidates that applied and all the candidates that we reached out to them for an interview, and we will tell them that the position has been filled. And that we thank them for their time, and then we will verbally reach out to the selected candidate and send them their paperwork of their job offer, and usually they have about 10 days to accept it or decline it. And then after they accept, we are going to train them, and that brings me into my second human resource management function, training. Training is necessary to gain skills and knowledge. Different types of training may be offered in different types of organizations. Depending on your organization, you might have hands-on, you might have modules, you might have face-to-face, depending on what your organization wants to conduct that training as. But training is essential in order for a business to prosper, so training is a must. So the third human resource management function I'm going to talk about is employee benefits. Employee benefits are extremely important. They're important because you have to retain employees, and by offering benefits, that's going to keep them retained. And usually benefits include a non-wage compensation provided to employees in addition to their normal salary or hourly wage. So this is in addition to their base pay. So examples of those benefits would be group insurance, 401k, disability income, daycare, tuition reimbursement, sick leave, vacation. All of those things fall under benefits that can be provided to the employee in addition to their salary/base pay. HR will explain all these benefits that are available to you, and that's why HR is another important thing to have, because we have to be able to let the employees know and benefit the employees and let them know about their benefits that they have that are offered to them. And then we go into employee evaluations. Employee evaluations is my fourth function that HR helps conduct. And with employee evaluations, They are conducted in order to provide feedback to the employee. It allows them to know what they've done wrong or what they're doing wrong and how to grow in their role in their job position. When conducting an employee evaluation, it needs to be fair and it needs to be specific. Usually, organizations will allow you to fill out your own self-evaluation, and then management will fill out an evaluation, and they usually compare the two so that you know if you guys were on the same page and if it was fair. And once the evaluation is conducted, HR or the management team will give you back your evaluation, and you'll be able to review it and sign at the bottom if you agree. And then if you don't agree, then you can go to HR and you can talk to them like, I don't believe that is fair. But if you do have a positive evaluation, you can receive rewards such as a pay raise, a bonus, maybe more sick or maybe more vacation time. Different things like that can be given if you do have a positive evaluation. And then my final process of HR would be the termination process. And this process can get a little ugly sometimes, and most people don't want to talk about it and deal with it, but it does happen, and I just want to touch base on it. Depending on the situation, it's going to be a positive or negative situation to be in. If it's positive, an exit interview will be conducted by HR to kind of see the employee's feedback. Why are they quitting? Did they find a better job? Was it better pay? What was the company lacking in providing to them to not make them want to stay? So we can kind of get some feedback in order to grow as a business and trying to keep our employees retained. And then all we ask of that employee is to give a 2 weeks notice so that we have enough time to fill that position and get that position out there and posted internally, externally, for us to get a new applicant in the door and a new hiree. If it is a negative, company must determine if the employee can be terminated and ask this question: is it legal? Can we terminate them on legal grounds? And that's why HR is important, because HR can say yay or nay. They've done their research. They know if they can terminate them legally, and they're the department that you go to when these questions arise. Is it legal? And usually companies will have a write-up policy. If an employee is doing something wrong, usually you'll get wrote up so many times and you'll get terminated. But that write-up policy is in place in order to protect the business legally. So I have went through the 5 human resource functions and processes that I have done research on, and I hope that you learned a little bit more about human resources and why they're important. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I appreciate your time.